Hi there, friends. Oftentimes, life can be some curveballs. There's lots of twists and turns, kind of like a roller coaster. That's why you have to be prepared. The transition to adulthood can be a confusing one. My name is Jared.
And my name is Dan.
So join us as we learn how to become financially responsible citizens. After college, you're gonna have to venture out on your own, which means you're gonna have to pay a lot of expenses on your own. This is why you have to get a good college education. And even though it's expensive, there's news. You can pay for college using federal grants, scholarships, work study, and even student loans if you have to.
While we're on the subject of college, housing should be your next concern. Living on campus can be really expensive, but of course, scholarships and grants help a lot. But after college, you're going to need someplace to live anyway. So apartments are always a good choice, but rent can be really high, especially if you're living by yourself. So that's why you should always look into roommates. However, you should really look into how they're like before they move in. After all, you wouldn't want something like this to happen. What are you doing? But most of all, you should remember that the person who signs the lease is ultimately the one who's responsible for the payments. That's why it's a good idea to always get your roommates to sign as well.
After college, your next big task should be buying a car. Used cars are often cheaper, however less reliable. If you're really set on a new car, however, you're going to have to plan on making monthly payments. New cars, however, once you drive it off the lot, they depreciate quick. A good way to remedy this is just to lease a car, because you're going to have to return it anyways. So where are we going?
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Banking will become another essential part of your life when you get older. When choosing a bank, you should always look at the benefits and other things that they offer you. The interest rate is especially important for your investments and savings. Most banks offer two types of accounts, checkings and savings. Your checking account contains the money that you currently have and allows you to make purchases with a new thing called a debit card. A debit card essentially allows you to make purchases without paper money. Now, credit cards, on the other hand, often involve APR, or annual percentage rate, which will be how much interest is charged on the card. It essentially allows you to make a purchase without having to have the money in hand. You can just make monthly payments on it. While this may sound like a good idea, the APR is often really high, and depending on the federal funds rate, the interest rate will fluctuate based on that.
Next, you should probably talk about budgeting. Now that you're an adult and you're earning your own income, you need to start thinking about your future. First, we should determine whether it's about fixed or monthly. Monthly being your car payments, mortgage, house payments, car payments, or even insurance. Next, you should probably think about your standard of living. What do you need in your house? Need water, clothes, food, etc.
You should determine which of your needs are wants and which ones are needs. Your wants would be things like VCRs, Betamax players, cassette players, and cassette tapes, and other things like that. However, the most important part of any financially responsible budget plan is that you make it and stick to it. Ideally, you should have more than you spend, and you should always take the time to invest because it's important and it pays dividends in the long run.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you. I guess it looks like we've reached the end of our journey, friends. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, it's important to maintain a financially responsible plan. And always plan ahead, get insurance, spend wisely, and invest if you can. Of course, although life may bring you down, always get back up and keep moving forward. Thank you again. This is Dan Jared signing off. After high school, you're gonna have to venture out on your own. Which means, after college, your next business. Used cars are often more reliable. So where are we going?
Where we're going, we don't answer.
Well, friends, we've reached the end of our. Thank you again.